Hi and welcome to Colours, City of Liverpool online radio station, and I'm here with the wonderful
Kate Willard.
So we're just about to go into a conference today by LEP. So Kate, can you tell us a bit about your understanding about what they're about to do with this LEP conference?
It's a fabulously exciting day for us today. We've got a board, a sub-board of the Liverpool City Region LEP, and that sub-board deals with the priority sector that is digital and creative. We know there is extraordinary growth potential in the digital and creative sector, not just in its own right, as businesses in its own right, but also if you think about it, our digital capability in the city region, if that's spot on, it's going to be that's going to enable all of our sectors to grow. So really, really important sector in all sorts of ways. And today is the first day that the LEP has brought all of these businesses together to understand what they want in terms of skills and business support. So it's a phenomenally important conversation for us today. We believe in businesses leading these agendas.
Absolutely.
This is not about, providers or business support organisations telling us what we need as businesses. This is about businesses having an adult conversation around the table to say, in terms of the talent pipeline, in terms of me recruiting, in terms of me growing my business, these are the issues I've got with the skills agenda. Some of the stuff in skills we expect to hear this morning is around that thing of where are we in the skills market? It seems to be very supply driven, and we need to move that to a demand driven place. So that's what we're hoping to hear and expecting to hear, maybe around the skills piece. And in terms of business support, again, when I talk to digital and creative businesses, what they don't necessarily want is somebody formally coming in and sitting down and saying, can I help you write a business plan? Maybe what they're looking for is some mentoring opportunities, some peer-to-peer stuff, something that's lighter touch, more fluid, more flexible, and more dynamic. So it's a really important conversation. We've got all the right people in the room. We've got over 100 people registered today. Brilliant set of businesses, and I'm going to unashamedly mine their brains for great ideas, for great stuff, and we're going to be feeding that in directly into strategy and implementation for the city region to make sure that our digital creative businesses have got a cutting edge, a leading edge, and national edge. That's what it's all about. It's a huge pleasure to be here this morning and to welcome you all, and it's also very exciting. This board is relatively new. It's one of our priority sectors, digital and creative, at the LEP, and more from Mark on that later. But what's really exciting is it's the first time that our board has kind of opened up to a larger event to welcome colleagues from business and from the industry to listen to what you've got to say. And really importantly, you'll see up there it says episode 1. And that's important because what we want to reinforce this morning is that this isn't just a kind of, hi, how are you doing, what do you think about skills, what do you think about business development, you'll never see this again. This is the first in a series of discussions with you. This is going to be an iterative process over the coming years.
Hi and welcome back to Colours, City of Liverpool online radio station. I'm Dove Ross-Williams, and I'm here with...
I'm Lee Frater, and I'm the Head of Strategic Influencer Partnerships at Microsoft.
I saw your wonderful presentation. You discussed about the shape of things to come. Can you tell us a bit more about what that shape is and what is to come?
Yeah, so at Microsoft we talk a lot about digital transformation, so how companies are actually thinking about going from their existing business model and taking on technologies that are going to be coming down the line. So a lot of those technologies include things like the Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, the cloud, and it's really exciting, the opportunities that companies can use the technology for.
And I'm here with a lovely young man. We'll introduce him. So people at home watching, who are you and what company do you represent?
Well, first of all, I'd like to be called a young man, that's great. I'm Dan Rubel. I'm the Group Strategy Director of Shop Direct, which is the company behind very.co.uk, littlehus.com, and very exclusive, so online digital retail.
Yeah. So anyone watching at home, I said we've just done a conference. Can you just give us a little quick insight into what today was about and what you guys hope to achieve out of today's meeting?
So today's been all about getting Merseyside's creative and digital businesses together in a room to talk about skills and to talk about how we as a collective, we as a kind of ecosystem of digital businesses can better come together both with ourselves and academia to make Liverpool an even more vibey and successful digital hub here in the northwest of England. And obviously as one of Liverpool's biggest companies, we're located in Speke, just near the airport.
Ah, nice Speke.
We're really excited to be here. They asked us to do a little speech, but now we're getting into the good stuff, which is actually talking about what we can do together.
Joe, can you tell us a bit about your role today and a bit about Liverpool Geeks and why you're here today?
Sure, yeah. So our role today was to facilitate all of the table discussions which were had within the conference session. So there was two main discussions. One was on skills, and skills are obviously an incredibly important part of the digital sector.
Yes.
And especially when in terms of thinking about the current skills gap that we have and the shortage of sort of talent pipeline coming into the Liverpool creative and digital sector. So our role as a collective of girl geeks was to facilitate this table discussion and really encourage people to put forward their views. We had a great mix of different organisations. We had educational institutions, small businesses, public sector organisations, representation from big companies like Microsoft, Shop Direct. So it was really about getting all of those different views collated, and we were using a really nice digital solution called Slido to collate the responses from the tables and put them up on the screen for everyone to see. So our role was really just facilitating those discussions. Personally, I've learned a lot about what people think, different perspectives on the skills, and Liverpool Girl Geeks as an organisation is an education and skills company.
Yeah,
so we provide training for women over 18 who want to learn, say, coding or social media skills, and we also provide training for teenage girls from the age of 11 upwards. So we very much work in that educational and skills space.
Sure, my name's Mark Basnett. I'm Managing Director of a thing called the Local Enterprise Partnership here in Liverpool City Region. Our job's to help grow the City Region's economy and make sure it's an inclusive economy that benefits all of the residents of the City Region. Because that's one of the big challenges that all businesses have at the moment. It's attracting talent, attracting young people who've got the skills and aptitudes necessary.
And you said that in that key word about attracting young kids. Do you think that young people leaving the school and education kind of establishments, are they ready for the job market, the digital?
It's a mixed picture. It's a mixed picture of it. Some of them certainly are, and we've got great talent, but often you find they're not aware of what the sort of job requirements and job opportunities are. So a lot of employers are saying we could do with them having some more soft skills, so the ability to talk and communicate, engage, kind of some basic disciplines about turning up when they need
and
be ready, absolutely ready and geared and wired for work. Basic maths and English, absolutely critical, so they've got some of those core skills. And a lot of businesses will say, we can do the technical stuff if you've got those building blocks of softer capabilities. We'll do those. Now, one of the things we're trying to foster is a closer working between colleges and schools and the businesses, so that the latest technologies and programs and software and approaches that the businesses are using are embedded within the schools. And the other thing is just to get more young people in particular aware of the richness of opportunities that are in the city region. Probably many youngsters probably have no idea of the types of jobs there are in our digital and creative. It's absolutely blossoming, and it's going to go everywhere. Every single business has got to have a significant digital component to it in the future if it's going to be competitive and survive.
And where are you from?
From Magnetic North, which is a digital studio in Manchester.
What is actually Northern Powerhouse? What do you do? You know, as an organisation.
Well, I guess Northern Powerhouse is an abstract concept created by George Osborne. We happen to be called Magnetic North as a company, so North is in our name and firmly in our culture.
But part of my role is sitting on the Manchester LEP, and we're doing a lot of work around the Powerhouse agenda and how we make it from a concept into a reality by all of the cities working together on key sectors, and one of those key sectors is creative and digital.
So I heard in the speech you mentioned about investments, etc. So if someone's watching together at home, what investments do you provide? And
so one of the things that I'm involved in is an organisation called Albright. Albright's been created this year as a response to the lack of female founders and female CEOs, not just in the creative and digital industries, but generally
across the board
in the world. So the UK is pretty bad. The north of England is really bad. Liverpool's actually the worst place in the country to try and be a female founder.
You heard it here.
So the initiative is around 3 different activities. One is to create an investment fund, which is just to put money into female-founded businesses, because without money, nothing happens. The other is to create a crowdfunding platform where people, women with business ideas can come, and also people can come and invest in women with business ideas. And the third is that we will build an academy, one in the north and one in London, where people can come and get mentorship and money and advice on how they start a business, grow a business, be part of a business, etc.
Okay, do you want to round up what you thought of the day and how it went?
Yeah, it was absolutely top notch. We're so pleased. Like I said, it's the first time that the Digital Creative Board have brought businesses together for this kind of open and important discussion. We've got a whack of information from businesses in the room, all of it top quality stuff, really specific things that we can work on, stuff that we can be feeding into the action plan, so clear direction of travel now on the skills piece, clear direction of travel on the business support piece. So a completely fantastic day. I'd like to take this opportunity, if I can, on radio, just to say thank you to everybody that's been here, because we kind of unashamedly dug into people's brains today and robbed great stuff out of their brains.
Who are the key speakers today, and what organisations?
That we've had Mark from the LEP this morning, we've had Dan from Shop Direct, we've had Lee from Microsoft, and we've had Lou from Magnetic North, and she also sits on the Manchester LEP board as well. So a lovely marriage of bringing Liverpool and Manchester together, which is always a good thing too. So a top-notch day. What I want to say is, and I said this again right at the beginning, is I want to be held accountable for what people have said today. So we're going to come back in September. We'd like to come back here. It's been so nice being with you guys today. We want to come back in September, because this is just episode 1 of this conversation. We want to come back in September, have a second conversation about some other stuff that will be important. But what I want to be able to do in September is to say, in January, you told me this and this, and this is what I've done. So hear me now out there. I'm going to be held accountable. I will answer to you, because that's my job. Thank you.
And if people want to find a bit more about you and the organisation, is there a web or link or something?
Yeah, go on the Liverpool City Region LEP website. Just Google Liverpool City Region LEP. I'm rubbish at naming the addresses.
We'll put a link here for you.
If you can put a link, that'd be fantastic. So go on the LEP website. And again, like Mark from the LEP said this morning, the LEP is really up for engaging and talking to businesses. So if anybody wants to kind of get involved in this agenda, has got some burning desire, something they really want to say, get in touch with the LEP, get in touch with me, and make your voice heard.
Okay, well, thank you, Kate, and you've been watching Colours, City Liverpool Online Radio. See you next time. Bye.
Color.